Hey everybody, it's Charlie. So we just got that big Captain Marvel preview last week where they revealed the Skrulls. They confirmed that there was a Secret Invasion storyline, so I'll break that down and how that ties to Hawkeye in Avengers 4. So if you're new to the channel, we're doing another round of that Spider-Man PS4 giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a comment on the video. I'll name a new winner at the end of this. So what do Captain Marvel, 20 years ago in the past, the Skrulls, and Avengers 4 all have in common? A big, fat, Secret Invasion comic book storyline. Ben Mendelsohn is playing the Talos character during the Captain Marvel movie. He's the leader of the Skrull Secret Invasion. It is implied that when the movie picks up, they have already invaded Earth and started masquerading as people of importance. They confirmed that Ben Mendelsohn's character is going to be playing Nick Fury's boss inside S.H.I.E.L.D. So they've already infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D. as of the beginning of the movie, which sounds very much like Hydra and Winter Soldier. Secret takeover. This is not our first rodeo. The funny thing too is that it has nothing to do with the Hydra storyline. So S.H.I.E.L.D. is just ripe for takeover from all sides. When the movie picks up, Nick Fury is a lowly desk jockey. He doesn't really understand any of these wider cosmic threats. He's more old school, talking about Cold War problems with Russia, things like that, very terrestrial threats. They sort of had a moment like that at the beginning of the first Ant-Man movie with the Hank Pym flashback, where he quit S.H.I.E.L.D. A couple years after that, Howard Stark dies. They create Project Pegasus, which was built to study alien threats and energy sources, just anything that fell to planet Earth that they didn't understand. Pretty safe bet that during the course of the movie, Nick Fury loses his eye because he trusted someone. That someone he trusted is probably his boss, who's secretly Talos, a Skrull. Even though Coulson, who's also going to be a part of the movie, will get Coulson's origin story. He's a rookie agent when the movie picks up, and Captain Marvel kill off most of the main Skrull characters during the movie. The idea is that they don't get everybody. One survives the end of the movie into present day. So early theory, there'll be a couple post-credit scenes. One will just be straight up Avengers 4 scene where Captain Marvel gets the page from Nick Fury and knows to go back to planet Earth. The other one being the reveal that a Skrull survived and will wind up showing up in present day as a character that we've known this whole time. Like, oh my god, that person that we've been following for the last 10 years, they're a Skrull. What the crap? That's where we get to the Hawkeye storyline during Avengers 4. There were just reports that Hawkeye was filming scenes with Yakuza types that would be wearing prosthetics, implying that they would be Skrull characters. Way back in the comics during the Kree-Skrull War, what happened is at the end of that, the Illuminati formed and told the Skrull Emperor to screw himself and never bother Earth again. The Emperor was so pissed off that he vowed revenge on Earth, and about 30-40 years after that, after the events of Civil War left Earth torn apart and ripe for takeover, the Skrulls finally made their move. So that's why in the comics, the Secret Invasion storyline came right after the Marvel Civil War storyline. But obviously the events of the MCU have been a little bit different. We have the snap, so Earth is again ripe for takeover. So that's why it would make sense that we haven't seen any Skrulls on planet Earth since what happens during the Captain Marvel movie 20 years ago, just because Earth was relatively stable and strong, so it wasn't a good time for them. I'm not really expecting Secret Invasion to be a huge part of Avengers 4. It just sounds like Hawkeye is going to be tracking down and killing Skrulls during the movie. So just minor part in the larger picture of them fixing the universe. That's what we really need to focus on. So that's why they're using the Captain Marvel movie to introduce the concept of Skrulls, the idea that they can look like other people, the Secret Invasion storyline from the comics. As for why they actually want to take over Earth during the Captain Marvel movie 20 years ago, all Mendelsohn said in his interview was that the Skrulls were, quote-unquote, misunderstood and the Kree were insufferable, like they were terrible. He made a joke about cursing them out in print because it was a print-based interview. But I think it's a pretty safe bet that the reason why they want Earth is more about resources and strategic value than, say, Infinity Stones, because we've already done that plot so much. Like in the comics, Ronan the Accuser wanted to use Earth as a Kree military outpost during the Kree-Skrull War. It didn't have anything to do with Infinity War, Thanos, or the Infinity Stones. Literally just wanted to plant a flag in Earth and turn it into a giant base. But like I said, after this flashback scene in the late 80s at S.H.I.E.L.D., Howard Stark helped create Project Pegasus, which we got an Easter egg for during Iron Man 2. I'll play that clip in a second. But pretty safe bet that they'll also reference Project Pegasus, or we'll see the origin of that at some point during the Captain Marvel movie.
Yeah, listen, you have a ball with that. I know it's gonna work. I'm gonna take a shower. Tap the Oracle grid. I need some stuff out of storage. Give me everything from projects Pegasus, Exodus, and Goliath. Get ready for a major remodel. Back in hardware mode.
All personnel, the evacuation evacuation order has been confirmed. Proceed to your designated vehicles for all-assistance evacuation.
How bad is it?
That's the problem, sir. We don't know.
Now, because she already has her powers, what they might do is it might just already exist. Like, oh, we built this a little while ago, because we don't know exactly when she got her powers and what year it is when the movie picks up. But it sounds kind of like a Spider-Man situation in Civil War, like where you meet him and he's already gotten the spider bite and been Spider-Man for a little while. So if it wasn't clear, when they're studying the Tesseract in the original Avengers movie and they destroy that base in the first couple minutes of the movie, they didn't just build that. It had been around this whole time since before Phase 1. I wouldn't be surprised, too, if the device, which gave Captain Marvel her powers, or a version of the MCU Psyche Magnetron, was being studied inside Project Pegasus and had something to do with the Skrull Secret Invasion storyline. But the really interesting thing I know all you are asking about is Jude Law's Mar-Vell character. Because the funny thing is that they haven't confirmed that he's playing Walter Lawson Mar-Vell. So if it wasn't clear, Donald Blake was the Thor joke. That was the persona that he masqueraded as in the comics. So it's the same thing with Mar-Vell. He has like this human persona. Because he looks human, he's pink-skinned Kree, but that goes way back in the comics and they've changed some of that plot. There are a lot of theories that Marvel's trying to pull a fast one, and he's secretly playing Yon-Rogg, which is the villain of the Captain Marvel origin story. But way back when he was first cast, Variety is the Hollywood trade that reported that he is going to be playing Walter Lawson, who is Mar-Vell. So when people say that he's playing the original Mar-Vell, that's why, just because it was reported so long ago. Because she already has her powers when the movie picks up, meaning that she already had the origin, they might just be trying to play around that, like, and not confuse people. Like, when you think of Captain Marvel, they just want you to think of Brie Larson's character. So just to be clear, when the Captain Marvel movie picks up, she's already left planet Earth because Jude Law has asked her to join their Star Force team on a mission that takes place during this Kree-Skrull war. And that's sort of the intro to the movie. They have a big action scene. Then she gets called back to Earth because of what the Skrulls are doing in their secret invasion plot. The really fun part of that, obviously I've already talked about Nick Fury, how he'll get his origin story. He's just a lowly desk jockey. But Coulson is also a brand new agent, fresh out of the gates. So he has absolutely no idea what's going on. And they'll be de-aging him the same way they de-age Nick Fury. But I talked about this a while ago too. The funny thing about Clark Gregg is that he almost looks exactly the same now as he did 20 years ago in real life. So he actually probably doesn't need that many special effects. Like, you can actually tell, like, this doesn't look exactly like young Sam Jackson. But let me know in the comments below, who do you want that secret Skrull in present day to turn out to be? Which character? There's a couple other videos that I'm working on, but leave all your requests in the comments below. Codename Bacon, congratulations, you're the latest giveaway winner for my last big video. Please email me on the About page of my YouTube channel. I'll do a new round when I post new Marvel. Click here to watch the post-credits scene and ending from Spider-Man PS4, and click here for that Spider-Man Far From Home Iron Man scene. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.